What's going on, everybody? So I just had one of those thoughts, and I've touched on it before in another video, but it was like the most important question in the world is why. That annoying little kid in the back seat, like, we're doing this, why? Because of this, why? Because of this, why? Why is it that we as adults no longer do that? Why is it that we as adults no longer ask these questions anymore? Why? Because why? Oh, okay. That's usually about as far as it gets. You get one why, really. Sometimes people are too scared to ask why. We got like the people, they be going down and signing petitions and stuff, right? And some people just walk up to you and they just put a piece of paper in your face where you're like, would you sign this, please? And it's like, why? Sometimes the people trying to get those petitions don't even know why. I actually did this a couple days ago where someone came up to me for some political, I'm so non-political, it doesn't matter, politics are a joke, but like she came up to me and was like, hey, can you sign this petition for XYZ? And I was like, why? And she said, well, that means you support this. But I'm like, well, if I don't, then why would I sign it? I can't lie, I was being halfway an asshole, but but at the same time, it's like, if you have a cause, fight for it, know everything about it, so you can't be shaken like that. Like, you were that easily shaken. Like, if I had been on the opposite side, I would have easily been able to convince her otherwise. So she's just out here because she thinks she's doing right, which is cool, that's noble. But it's just like, why? Like, you just gotta think about it. Everything around us is created by the society that we live in. For example, like, no one questions why the candy bars are closer to the ground. That's because the kids are more likely to be like, hey, mom, dad, can I get that candy bar? So like, you'll be more likely to pick it up. That's why there's just a little, like, right above the conveyor of the little thing you put your groceries up on for to scan it. Like, they got candy and stuff up there, those last minute impulse buys. All of it's programmed to be right there. The chips, like, there's like a staging area for chips and sodas. They're always right next to each other because they go hand in hand. They go in there for parties. No one like walks around questioning these things. Why? Why is it that, not always, but like a lot of the times you walk into your favorite grocery store, you don't realize the produce is on the right side of the door? That's because people are geared to walk in counterclockwise fashion when they're shopping through grocery stores. Not always, but people tend to. So like, they put all the good healthy stuff over there, and then you feel like you earned yourself a reward when you get to the end and you get closer to all the cookies, even some of the oatmeal, the sodas, all that type of stuff. You see that they're always grouped together. They keep things that go together further apart, so you have to like walk around the entire store. This is how this works. It's like we lost the question of why. And there needs to be more of that, because when people start asking why, when you ask too many questions, like in any secret agent movie, people get whacked. But if too many people are asking the question, then you can't get us all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of my favorite authors, what's his name? Don Miguel Ruiz. Don Miguel Ruiz and Walter Lanyon, they both share a similar thing where they say, like, spirituality is easier for children because you can just tell it to them and they just believe you. You know what I'm saying? So like, Don Miguel Ruiz, he says, the point of life is to be as childlike as possible. Think about kids. Before they like bog down with all the beliefs that we put onto them, they're the happiest people in the world. They're pure. They walk around, they just live life the way it's supposed to be. They're not clouded. They see things the way they're supposed to see. They see you extra dimensionally. That's just how it is. That's just how it goes. I talk about my paranormal childhood before I started to like get into science and, oh, it can't be real, oh, that's not real, blah, 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 blah. My belief in it not being real started to have an effect on me, and like, just toxins in our food and fluoride and all that type of stuff. But, what I mean? Like, that's the type of stuff. And then Walter Lanyon, when it comes to manifestation, like he says, like, it's so easy, a child can do it. Like, a child can do it easier than that of an adult, because they just go with it. But, but they're inquisitive. But they're asking blind people, it's the blind leading the blind. They ask the parents that have just been, so wrapped up in this society for so long, why? And then it gets to the point where it's like, like, if it comes to discipline, well, why? Why am I wrong? I know there's a bunch of arguments with my mom that I still, to this day, I'm like, I was right. Sorry, mom, but I was right, But like, it gets to a point where they just give you some stupid answer, like, I'm the adult. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to do that with my kids, But it's just why. We just look around and it's like, my biggest question is, why do people behave in the way that they do? Why is it that young people are supposed to be, young, wild, and free? It's like, I mean, I understand, like, explore, do your thing, but it's like, why are you so crazy with it? You know what I mean? Why? And you start to ask all these whys, and like, why are people so sensitive? Why is everyone trapped? Why is everyone so complacent? Why is everyone not asking why? These are the things that go on in my head all the time. And it's like, I've asked those questions and I've been getting my answers. That's why I'm the way I am. I ask why. That doesn't make sense. And it's like, okay, someone comes to me with something else. Like, like when I became vegan, it was like, well, why? And then, like, I found my answers. Other people can disagree. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But then it's just like, well, why do you smoke? Because a lot of people, they don't even ask themselves why. I mean, by smoke, I mean cigarettes. That's just straight up poison. That's all it is. It's straight up poison. Why are you smoking cigarettes in this day and age? It's 2020. That means you might as well go jump off a cliff. Like, it's like, oh, that sounds harsh. That sounds mean. But like, no, you're literally inhaling cancer. Like you just said, like if cancer was in the bottle, you drinking it like it's a Coke. Speaking of which, why are Coke bottles, why are bottles of soda shaped a certain type of way? You see what I'm saying? Like, go look into this, like the why some of the things are shaped. Look at why some things are in our commercials and the way that they do, and sex sells everything. Why is this? I mean, the why is like sex sells because it's a high release of dopamine, which makes it more attractive, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, but when you ask those questions, that's all I got to say. When you ask those questions, you start to get it. For me, my biggest question throughout life was, why am I so different? From everyone around me. I'm not saying I'm the only one that's like this, obviously not, but I'm saying the only one in my circle. Why am I the only one like this? And I found my answers. It's like, I'm spiritual. Why didn't religion make sense to me? Why are we drinking the blood of Christ in his flesh? I mean, obviously that's communion, it's becoming one with the Lord, being forgiven for your sins, all that type of stuff. I get it. But even still to this day, I'm like, why are we drinking the blood of a man and eating his flesh? But we call it, a ceremony, we call it religious. That's weird. That's ritualistic. I don't care how you justify it. Like I was in the religions that I practice that. That is weird. What I'm saying? To this day. I mean, think about it. You see like a 6-year-old kid, you walk into his room, he has some red Kool-Aid and some Oreos. And like, he's just like, oh, I'm drinking the blood of my ancestors. That would be weird. You would question him, but oh, don't worry. This guy in the suit or this guy in a big dress that said, oh, it's okay, guys. This is a ritual. We're eating Jesus. Hey, I'm not here to like ruffle any feathers with that, but you gotta ask these questions sometimes, and you're gonna get a different answer than the person next to you. Why are we doing that? Why are we drinking the blood of Christ? That's stupid to me. But then the person next to you is gonna be like, oh, because it's this and that and this and that, and then you go your separate ways. But question these things, man. Why is it always cloudy at the end of the day? Why is it that every time there's a UFO, it's like it's always crazy stuff? Let's get into the tinfoil hat world. Why is it that we're allowed to put so much stuff in our food? Why? Why is it that the dude that released, public information, or like the Snowden dude, why is he such a criminal? Why was he forced to go to Russia? Because he exposed some stuff that our country is doing. That's why he's like held hostage in Russia. Well, not hostage, but I mean. Why? Why is it that I got to raise my hand to go to the bathroom? Why is it that I have to sit in school all day? Why is it that we think it's a good idea to eat Pop-Tarts for breakfast? It's just sugar and bread. It's like, why is it that nutrition isn't like properly, discussed in school? Why is it? Why isn't it? Why are spiritual people always marked as hippies? Why is it that the spiritual person that's such a hippie is happier than that person, that Joe Schmo, sitting in his regular 9-to-5 job? But yet, why is it that that person can't see that other person's worldview? Why is it that we've come so far from thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, but that seems to be the only thing people be doing nowadays? Why are we not questioning this? Why are we not bothering to increase this? Why is it that negativity gets more views, gets more attention than that of someone doing something positive? Why is it that we ignore our bodies when it comes to, like, for instance, like bumps and the things that come out of our bodies? Like for instance, like zits, that's like literally toxins coming out of our body, but we're like, oh, what cream can I do to get rid of it? No, it had to come out of you. It literally came out of your skin. Therefore, there's something that went in your body. That's why acne exists. It's not just clogged pores and all that stuff. It's the crappy diets. That's why your face is messed up. I almost cussed there, but I'm keeping it. I'm trying to like keep myself calm. It's like, why is it that we don't question all these things? Why is it that sugar is all white, but regular cane sugar tends to be brown? Eggs are typically brown when they come out, like chicken eggs, they're brown, but yet everything is just bleached. Why is it that, you know, we just don't question these things? You know, why is, like, you know, typical like, that's why I don't trust hospitals. Like, why is it that their way of fixing the people is so backwards? Why is it that they only treat symptoms instead of, you know, getting the cause? Oh, because they get money. Then why do you keep going back to them? Why not go somewhere else? You're acting like doctors are the only ones. You have to remember, doctors are just students. You can get an A or a freaking C. I'm assuming you need like at least a C, but you can get from like an A to a C to get your degree. But yet you still trust a doctor just because he has a PhD after his name, even though he just barely made it. You know, there's all types of qualities of people in the world. You just trust these doctors. You trust them with that sharp needle. Why do you think people are just innately scared of needles? That's literally a foreign object going into your bloodline, like your veins and your bloodstream. That's the word I was looking for. But we just roll with it because they're wearing a lab coat. Who else wears lab coats? People that experiment. Why is it that we don't question that? You see what I'm saying? Like, I could go on and on and on, you know, but it's just like, why don't we question these things? We are the people of this world. You are living in your body. Why aren't you taking care of it? Why aren't you learning all the other ways? Why aren't you questioning the stuff that's in front of you for an actual answer that suits you? You know what I'm saying? We got like rappers that get into like, what is it, like these 80-20 deals or something like that, where, or not rappers necessarily, I mean, there could be some of them too, but like just like YouTubers and streamers, they'll get a partnership where they do all the work and the company that they're signing to gets 80% of their work and they get 20%, or like percent of the profits or the revenue, and they get 20%. And by the time you get through all the math, you don't even get that 20%. Like, I don't care who I work with, like, I'm getting a majority of my product. If I do decide to partner with anybody, like, you know, like a big company or whatever, like, I'm like, okay, I'm getting 80% because I'm the one doing all of the work. You're just giving me a little bit of a boost. So the most I'd give, it says 60-40, me having 60%. I'm gonna own my work if I give it to somebody. You see what I'm saying? But no one questions why. No one asks questions until they're satisfied. You see what I'm saying? I've asked a bunch of these questions. You know, why are jobs normal? Why are women feeling like they need to like throw out all their skin to like be attractive? Why is it that men are super feminine nowadays? Why is it that females are masculine? Why is it that roles are reversed, but then when a man tries to be a man, it's a problem? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that when a woman is sexually active, we judge her? It's just a bunch of questions. You just keep on asking why, and eventually you're gonna get your answer. But a lot of people stop before they get the answer that they accept. But hopefully I just threw a bunch of ideas for you. You know, this one is, why is the most powerful question you can ask. You know what I'm saying? And people need to start asking more of those questions until they get what they need to make a logical decision. That's about it. Till next time.